Ladies and gents, welcome back. We're in the living room today. I should be working on a TARDIS model, but unfortunately I have a bit of downtime at the moment because I'm waiting for some parts to turn up. So rather than waste time doing absolutely nothing like I usually do, I usually play on a game called Wormax.io. But rather than do nothing, I thought I'd be creative, and this is what I'm going to be working on today. Now, you may recall, a few weeks ago at the time of recording, I bought this from eBay, and the whole point of it was to buy a knackered one and completely refurbish it. And when this one turned up, it was in much better shape than I had anticipated. I thought the body was going to be all yellowed and what have you, and I was going to sort of work my way through it and get it back up to spec. Anyway, this one is in very, very good nick. It is just missing the arms and the eyes. However, it doesn't talk. Now, I haven't seen one of these for 31 years, as you may recall from the other video, and I'm going to try and work out why it's not talking. So our tools of choice for today will be the brain inside your noggin, a screwdriver, a couple of batteries, and a pokey thing. So the first order of operation is, let's just double check that this thing isn't working. Let's put some batteries in. Oh, they're both going that way up. So these are fresh batteries. One battery, two batteries, shut the lid, put that over there, and not a damn thing. Dead as a dodo, or is it? I don't think it is, actually. Now, let's just go through this systematically. Pressing the button is essentially, it's a rod going all the way down to the inside, and there's another little button inside there. And as you press that down, it pokes it. Now, we can immediately discount this as being the problem because I can hear and feel it making contact. Listen. So it's definitely making contact. We know the batteries aren't dead. So let's just pop that out and get those batteries out. There we go. So what we do need to do is pop this little box out. Now, one of the first things to consider looking at this is I noticed that there is a little bit of rust on here. So if I push the top head button down, see that? There is a little bit, I say a little bit, there is a lot of rust just here. Now that may be a little clue as to what's going on here. So, again from memory, this piece here is the bottom end of where the disc is sitting. The disc is sitting approximately there, and that's the spindle. So you press this button down, and this forces basically the arm to make contact with the record, because there's a little record in here. So record turntable here, this is its spindle, this here is the motor, and on the end of the motor is a pulley, and that is connected via a band, or a band we'll call it. It goes around that and just spins and spins and spins, and I think on this side the arm with the stylus on it is held under tension by the casing here. So I'm going to remove all this and have a look. So let's get this out, and just looking at it, doesn't look like anyone's had a go at these because it's a crosshead, yep, and they're definitely not rounded off. So let me remove this and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, so I've taken the insides out, and that's what it looks like in case you're curious. And here is the voice box. And that little thing there is the little on-off switch. I said the on-off, that's the activator switch. And that is the little button that sits inside the head. So you press that down, and that activates it by doing this. Beep, beep, beep. So that sets the voice off. Now, it's a little bit curving off to the left, shall we say. So I may need to heat treat that and straighten it up, but that's something I can do later on. But here is the voice box. Now there is a second set of screws just inside here, just in there, so you'll need a little jeweler's screwdriver to undo it. And actually I've undone it, but the screws have stayed in there. But look, a bit dusty, but here are the insides. And yep, that's pretty much as I remember it. Now, having a quick look at this, there's your pulley on the end of your motor there, and there's your band going all the way round, and obviously your little record and your stylus on the arm, and it was as I suspected. It's held in by tension to the body. So the band is good. Looking at this, hang on, the band is good. Yeah, actually that's not bad for 40 years old. So it's probably this thing here. There is a quick fix to this. So let me just pull all this apart. How do you pull it apart? Oh yep, that comes out. Put that somewhere safe. Those parts, there's a little spring in there. Does that come out? Yep. Put that somewhere safe with the screws. Now, okay, here is what I'm proposing to do. Now, you remember that I said there was some rust in this? Well, let's see if I can make it contact. Okay, there's some rust in this, and what I think it's done is I think it's chammed up the inside of this. So you'll have to forgive me for a minute, but I'm just twisting this thing. Just twisting. There's no real resistance in here. So let's see if that's helped. Nope. I'm now going to try and get this WD-40 to penetrate. Just penetrate in there. It's not the most ideal stuff to use, but it might help, and I don't have anything else to hand at the minute. So let's just let that penetrate in there for a moment. Hopefully it's in there. Now what can I use to bridge the contacts, which is that there. Come on, let's try spinning this thing. See if this works. It's got 40 years worth of gunk in there probably. No, it's really quite stiff in there. I might have to just sit here spinning this off camera until it starts, or at least until I get bored and realise it might be something else. Come on, you. I can feel it. Right, I'll come back to this in a moment. Okay, we've made some progress here. So, as I was saying before, there's your motor here with your little spindle and your pulley, and your batteries inside here run along here and connect via these two little pieces here, which this thing sits on and makes the contact. When you push the button, it pushes that down and makes that little thing in there, makes contact with these little things here, these little pieces. So, as I was saying, grab hold of this and spin it, because there was a bit of gunk in there. So let's just touch those together. So as you can see, it's working. Now, all it really was just trying to free all the gunk up. I sprayed a bit of WD-40 in there. And it's just a case of spinning and spinning and spinning whilst holding those two together. And that seems to work. So I'm now going to put all the rest of these parts on. And here's the band, or the pulley. Actually, technically the pulley's over there. But for something that's 40 years old, that's in really good, supple shape. There's not even a kink in it if you look at it. Not really. Slight kink there maybe, but that's good. So I'm going to put all this back together again and see if we can get it talking. Actually, I tell you what, I'm going to put it back together on camera. I am concerned slightly about the light here, but let's try it out. So that, need the spring first. There's the spring. Spring on there. Actually, let's just get rid of some of that rust. There we go. So, I am doing this slightly out of focus, and that's not the camera, it's me. I'm out of focus. I should be wearing my glasses, and I'm not. So, poke around. There you go. Ooh! So there you go. you push your button down, that thing there, and it's stalled. No, it hasn't. Let's just let that run for a moment. Really blow the dust and the rust out of it. Okay. Actually, I think just for now, I'm going to take the batteries out. 1, 2. So, that down. I should have put this on. So, put that over there. That over there. Where's my spring? Yeah, fingers and thumbs today. That goes in. That goes in there. Little springy thing down in there. There we go. Now, what do I do with the stylus arm? That stylus actually looks okay. Let's just clean that off a bit. Now, where did that go? That went on here. Push that all the way down. Push that over to there. Now, the tension on the body keeps it working. So that's sprung to the body. So technically then, that should go on and then work. Let me just... Here we go, fingers and thumbs. Let's put the batteries back in it and let's just see what happens. 1, 2. Hang on. Right. Come on. Go, 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 go. Damn it! I could do it without the camera being in the way. Right. Okie dokie. Let's try that again. There's got to be some usable footage in here somewhere. Surely. Right. Stylus, where have you gone? Oh, right, hang on. Why have you stalled? Hang on. Come on. There you go. Now obviously in the back here is a little diaphragm here. Now that would accentuate the sound, so I'm just wondering whether to put it back together again. It seems to be working. It's that simple. Obviously I've made a complete pig's ear of filming this, but you get the general idea. It's usually this motor is clogged up with rust and dust and fluff, so it's just a matter of cleaning that out. Overall, this is in good nick, so let me put it all back together again and let's see it working with the old diaphragm. See the diaphragm's just inside there. You can just see it gleaming there, and that is what makes you able to hear it. Okay, with a bit of fiddling, I've got it all back together. One thing you've got to watch out for is the little stylus arm. As you're putting this together, you've got to sort of reach in and hold it there and then quickly slam this shut and screw it back together with the little screws that are in here. So, it's all in there. Let's have a look. The moment of truth, eh? Batteries. 1, 2. Ready. Yeah, that sounds as daft as it did originally. I think there's 4 phrases, so we've had 2 so far out of the 3. Okay. Sounds like a weird Martian. Right, one little trick you can do. Takes 2 of these 1.5 volt batteries, so currently it's running on 3 volts. Let's try it on 1.5 volts. Ready? Much better. Still pretty fast. Maybe when the batteries run down a bit, it'll sound better, but... Okay, enough play with that. I'm going to put this back in there. Let's put this all back together. So that goes in here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Nope, nearly got it. I can just about see it. There, that's in. And which way up does this go? That goes in like so. Hang on, there we are. Always keep your screws and your parts where you can find them again. You don't want to go losing them. So, not too much pressure. We're not wanting to round the edges off. We may need to get into this again. Let's go for a bigger screwdriver. Don't want to round those off. Enough pressure in. There is our Dalek. Let's see how the little fella holds up. Excellent. Neat. Please don't repeat yourself. Mixed DJ. Okay, the speech is fairly random and sometimes it repeats, it gets stuck in a groove and just repeats the same one, but that's exactly what it did when I was little, so about 31 years ago. I'm really pleased. So there's nothing much more that I can say about this, but if you do buy one of these, or even if you do have one of these and it doesn't speak, 9 times out of 10 it's the motor. The motor is stalled because there is just rust or fluff stuck inside it, and all you need to do is just release it. And to do that, bit of WD-40, you could use contact cleaner or anything like that, but WD-40, we all have it. It's not going to hurt it, it'll flash off eventually, but it will lubricate that little motor enough, the shaft on the motor, and you'll soon be able to have your Dalek talking. Right, I know this is a quick video with very low production values. I'm meant to be doing other things, and this is very quick. So anyway, I hope if you do have one of these, you now know what to do to fix it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.